Tingling hands, legs that feel like they've lost their fire, a strange, creeping weakness that makes every step heavier than it should be. At first, it's easy to dismiss. Maybe it's just fatigue, maybe it's a bad night's sleep. But when it happens again, and again, the body's message becomes clearer. Something deep inside is wearing down. Something that's been quietly holding everything together is running low. Under the surface, every muscle, tendon, joint, and nerve depends on a hidden structure. It's not visible in the mirror, yet without it, even the strongest body can crumble. This structure is made of collagen, the most abundant protein in the human body. It's the scaffolding of strength, the glue that holds tissues in place, the flexible steel that makes movement possible. From the grip of a hand to the stability of a knee, collagen is the unseen force keeping everything intact. When collagen levels are high, the body feels agile, grounded, and resilient. Joints bend without protest. Muscles recover quickly, nerves send messages without delay. But when collagen levels decline, a process that accelerates with age, poor nutrition, and stress, the signs begin to whisper, then shout. Tingling hands, weak legs, stiff joints, aching knees. Tasks that once felt effortless suddenly demand effort. The decline is slow, almost deceptive. Each day a little less collagen is produced. Each week, tissues lose a fraction of their firmness. Over months and years, this loss compounds, and the body begins to struggle with the simplest demands. This is why so many feel as though their energy and mobility have been stolen from them, not in a sudden blow, but in a gradual erosion. The tragedy is that most ignore the early warnings. The tingling is blamed on sleeping wrong. The leg weakness is dismissed as just getting older. Meanwhile, the body is quietly pleading for help. Without enough collagen, the ligaments that stabilize joints become looser, the tendons that attach muscle to bone grow weaker, and even the protective layers around nerves begin to thin. The result isn't just discomfort, it's a fundamental breakdown in the body's operating system. Yet, here is the truth that changes everything. Collagen loss is not an unstoppable fate. It can be replenished, it can be rebuilt. The body is capable of renewal, but only if it's given the raw materials it needs. Just as a crumbling building can be restored with the right support beams, the human body can regain its strength when supplied with collagen-rich nutrition. This is where most people make a crucial mistake. They wait until their mobility is deeply compromised before they act. But by that time, the repair takes far longer. The real power lies in early action, feeding the body before it reaches that breaking point, reinforcing it while it still has the ability to rebuild quickly. Collagen isn't just about appearance or skin health. Yes, it gives skin its elasticity and keeps it youthful, but its role in physical strength and nerve function is far more critical. It wraps around and supports the nerves, ensuring smooth transmission of electrical signals. It cushions joints so that bones move without grinding against each other. It fortifies muscles so they can contract with power and endurance. It is the silent architect of mobility, balance, and coordination. When it's missing, the consequences ripple across the body. A weakened joint affects how a person walks, which in turn affects the alignment of the spine. Poor alignment can compress nerves, leading to even more tingling, numbness, or weakness. It becomes a chain reaction of decline, one that can be stopped only by restoring the body's foundation. There is no shortcut pill, no instant cure. The answer lies in consistent nourishment. Real foods, especially those naturally rich in collagen, are the most direct way to supply the amino acids the body needs to rebuild itself. These nutrients don't just float aimlessly in the bloodstream, they are directed straight to the places that need them most: damaged cartilage, weakened tendons, fragile ligaments, and irritated nerve coverings. Every bite of collagen-rich food is like sending reinforcements to a battlefront. Each serving helps patch the tiny micro-tears in connective tissue, reduce inflammation around nerve endings, and restore the spring in joints. It's not about sudden transformation, it's about steady, unshakable rebuilding. For those who have lived with tingling hands or legs that feel unstable, the difference after nourishing the body properly can feel almost miraculous. Movements become smoother, standing feels easier, the grip strengthens, the constant background discomfort begins to fade. The body feels like it belongs to you again. The danger lies in waiting too long. Collagen levels naturally begin to decline in the mid-20s and drop more sharply after the age of 40. By the time obvious symptoms appear, the body has already been under strain for years. The only winning move is to start now, before weakness sets in deeper, before the tingling becomes constant, before the body's reserves run dry. Because once you understand the truth, it becomes clear that heaviness in your legs, that faint buzzing in your hands, isn't just a nuisance, it's a signal, a warning. And ignoring it is like ignoring cracks in the foundation of a house. They will not fix themselves, but give the body what it needs, and it will do what it's designed to do: repair, strengthen, and endure. Collagen is not optional. It is the material from which your resilience is built. And the sooner it becomes part of your daily fuel, the sooner you can say goodbye to weakness and hello to a body that moves with power, stability, and confidence. The human body is a masterpiece of engineering, yet it is only as strong as the material it's built from. Collagen is that material. It's the scaffolding that keeps bones aligned, the ropes that hold muscles in place, the springs that absorb impact every time the feet hit the ground. It's woven into skin, tendons, cartilage, ligaments, and even the lining of blood vessels. Without it, the body's structure doesn't just weaken, it starts to fail. Most people think of collagen only in terms of beauty, associating it with smooth skin or fewer wrinkles. While that's true, the deeper truth is far more important. Collagen is about movement. It's about whether you can climb stairs without wincing, hold a grocery bag without your fingers cramping, or bend down to tie your shoes without feeling your knees protest. It determines whether your nerves can send messages without static, whether your muscles can respond without hesitation, and whether your body feels young or ancient. When collagen is abundant, the body works in harmony. Joints feel cushioned, muscles recover quickly, and nerves function without interference. But when collagen is depleted, the effects aren't just cosmetic, they're crippling. The protective cartilage between bones begins to thin, leading to friction that causes pain and stiffness. Ligaments lose their firmness, making joints unstable. Tendons lose their tensile strength, increasing the risk of injury. Even the myelin sheath that insulates nerves depends on collagen's structure to remain intact, meaning that tingling, numbness, and weakness can become part of daily life. The loss doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow erosion, often hidden beneath the surface until symptoms are too obvious to ignore. By the time the tingling in the hands or weakness in the legs becomes a regular occurrence, collagen reserves may have been dwindling for years. That's why the problem feels like it appeared suddenly, when in reality the foundation has been quietly breaking down for a long time. Why does this matter so much? Because collagen isn't like some other nutrients where you can skip it for weeks and then catch up later. Its production naturally declines with age, starting in your mid-20 seconds and accelerating with every passing decade. By age 40, the body may be producing less than half the collagen it did in youth. This decline means repair work takes longer, injuries are more likely, and everyday movements start to feel harder than they should. It's not just age either. Modern diets are a major culprit. For most of human history, people consumed collagen naturally through slow-cooked stews, broths made from bones, and cuts of meat with connective tissue intact. Today's highly processed diets strip away these natural sources. Lean cuts of meat, while low in fat, are also low in collagen. Quick, packaged meals don't come with simmered tendons or bone stock. The result? A generation of bodies starved for the very protein that keeps them mobile. When the body runs short on collagen, it can't just make do. The repair work simply slows or stops. Think of collagen like the steel beams in a bridge. If you remove them, the bridge won't just look weaker. It will eventually collapse under weight. In the same way, without collagen, the body begins to sag, strain, and give way under its own daily demands. This isn't only about preventing discomfort. It's about preventing the downward spiral that weakness creates. Weak legs lead to less movement. Less movement leads to muscle loss. Muscle loss leads to more strain on joints and nerves, which leads to even greater weakness. The cycle accelerates until activities that once felt trivial, walking, bending, lifting, become exhausting. The earlier collagen is replenished, the faster this cycle can be slowed, stopped, or even reversed. Science backs this up. Studies have shown that adding collagen-rich foods or supplements to the diet can help reduce joint pain, improve muscle mass, increase bone density, and even speed up recovery after injury. The amino acids in collagen, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, are specialized building blocks that the body uses almost exclusively for structural repair. They aren't burned for energy like many other proteins. They're sent straight to the front lines where the body is fraying. The most compelling part? The benefits of restoring collagen aren't just felt, they're visible in how the body moves. Hands regain grip strength, legs feel steadier. Stiffness in the morning lessens. Tingling fades, energy returns. The body begins to feel dependable again, like a machine that's been oiled after years of running dry. This matters because losing strength and mobility doesn't just limit physical ability, it changes the way life is lived. Weak legs can mean avoiding trips, declining invitations, or missing out on experiences that require walking or standing. Tingling hands can make it harder to work, cook, or even enjoy a hobby. The erosion of collagen is not just a health issue, it's a quality of life issue. And the truth is, this isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting independence, the ability to get up from a chair without help, to walk without fear of stumbling, to hold objects without dropping them, to move without pain dictating every choice. That is why collagen matters more than most people realize. Every day without enough collagen is a day where the body is being worn down faster than it's being repaired. Every snack, every meal, every choice is either helping to rebuild that foundation or letting it crumble. The difference between weakness and strength, between stiffness and agility, often comes down to whether or not the body is being fed the very thing it's made of. That's why the focus must shift now, not someday, not when the symptoms get worse. Because collagen loss is silent until it's severe, and by the time the signs are loud enough to ignore, much more work will be needed to undo the damage. The solution isn't complicated. It's about making collagen-rich foods part of daily life so the body can rebuild itself, piece by piece, until strength is no longer a memory. It's the way you live. Collagen restoration isn't just about adding a supplement to the morning routine or sipping an occasional broth. It's about creating a consistent daily flow of the exact nutrients the body needs to rebuild itself. And one of the most effective ways to do that is through small, strategic, collagen-rich snacks. Why snacks? Because the body's repair process isn't a once-a-day event. It's happening every hour, every moment. Every time a joint bends, a tendon stretches, or a nerve fires, there's microscopic wear and tear. Most of this goes unnoticed until the body doesn't have the resources to patch those tiny damages anymore. That's when discomfort creeps in. But when collagen is supplied regularly, those micro tears and frays can be repaired almost as fast as they appear. Think of collagen-rich snacks as reinforcements for a construction site. The workers, your body's repair cells, are always on duty, but without a steady supply of building materials, they're forced to patch things together with whatever they can find. The results are weak, temporary fixes. Now imagine delivering them the perfect bricks, beams, and steel exactly when they need it. That's what collagen-rich snacks do. They give your repair crew the precise resources to build stronger, more resilient structures throughout your body. These snacks aren't about indulgence, they're about function. They work in the background, quietly supplying the amino acids that your tendons, ligaments, cartilage, and nerve sheaths are literally made from. Unlike regular protein sources that the body might burn for energy, collagen's unique amino acids, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, are dedicated almost entirely to structural repair. That means each bite is a direct investment into your body's foundation. And here's the important part. Frequency matters as much as quantity. Large, occasional servings of collagen are beneficial, but spreading collagen intake throughout the day keeps the bloodstream consistently supplied with those vital building blocks. That's why snacks are so powerful. They slip into the spaces between meals, maintaining a steady flow of repair materials so the body never has to pause the rebuilding process. The impact of this approach goes beyond just preventing decline. It can actively reverse it. People often underestimate how quickly the body can respond when given the right nutrition. Just as a neglected garden can bloom again once it's watered and fertilized, tissues that have been weakened for years can begin regaining their strength, flexibility, and resilience within weeks of consistent collagen intake. It's not magic, it's simply giving the body what it has been missing. Collagen-rich snacks also come with another advantage. They tend to be nutrient-dense in more ways than one. Many of these foods carry not only collagen, but also minerals like magnesium and calcium for bone strength, omega-3 fatty acids for nerve health, and vitamin C to accelerate collagen synthesis. In other words, they're more than just collagen sources. They're complete support packages for joints, muscles, and nerves. It's worth noting that these snacks aren't restricted to one type of eater. Whether the goal is maintaining an active lifestyle, recovering from an injury, or simply staying mobile into later years, collagen-rich snacks fit into almost any routine. They can be portable, easy to prepare, and even enjoyable, proof that rebuilding the body doesn't have to feel like a chore. And this isn't about chasing a short-term boost. Collagen restoration is cumulative. Each snack, each serving, each choice compounds over time, reinforcing the body's internal structures day by day. The grip becomes steadier. The legs feel more stable, the tingling sensations fade, and the stiffness that once felt permanent starts to dissolve. It's the slow but steady return of confidence in movement, something many don't realize they've lost until they start to get it back. Most importantly, collagen-rich snacks transform the idea of healthy eating from something abstract into something tangible. It's no longer about vague promises of better nutrition. It's about specific, measurable changes in how the body feels and functions. It's about knowing that the snack in your hand is delivering the exact raw materials your body needs to keep you strong, steady, and pain-free. The bottom line is simple. The body can't build strength out of nothing. Every ligament, every tendon, every protective nerve covering is made from real materials that must come from the foods you eat. Collagen-rich snacks are the most direct, effective way to keep that supply flowing, so the body can keep building, repairing, and thriving. Once this truth is understood, the next step becomes obvious. Identify the most powerful, accessible snacks that deliver the highest quality collagen in forms the body can readily use. These aren't exotic or hard to find. They're everyday foods that, when chosen deliberately, can change the way the body feels from the inside out. And that brings us to the first on the list, a time-tested, nutrient-packed source that has been strengthening bodies for centuries, yet is often overlooked in modern diets. It's warm, rich, and delivers collagen in its most absorbable form. For centuries, before the age of packaged meals and convenience foods, bone broth wasn't a trend, it was a staple. Families simmered bones for hours, drawing out every drop of nutrition, creating a warm, sustaining liquid that strengthened the body from the inside out. Today, science confirms what tradition always knew. Bone broth is one of the most concentrated, natural sources of collagen you can consume. What makes bone broth so powerful isn't just that it contains collagen. It contains collagen in a form your body can easily absorb and use. During the long simmering process, the collagen in the bones and connective tissues breaks down into gelatin, which is rich in the amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are the exact raw materials your body uses to rebuild cartilage, strengthen ligaments, and protect nerve pathways. One warm cup of bone broth is like sending an emergency shipment of building materials straight to your body's repair sites. It's not just warming, it's deeply restorative. The nutrients in bone broth don't wander aimlessly in the bloodstream. They are drawn to the places that are under strain, worn knees, aching hands, tender ankles, or the connective tissues that hold the spine steady. Beyond collagen, bone broth is loaded with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, key players in bone density and strength. These minerals don't just float in the broth. They're bound in a way that's highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use them efficiently. This mineral boost is especially important for those who feel weakness in the legs or struggle with stability, as strong bones form the foundation for all movement. Bone broth also supports the nervous system in a way many people overlook. The glycine in bone broth is not only a collagen-building amino acid, it also has a calming effect on the nervous system, helping to reduce inflammation and protect nerve endings. This can be especially valuable for anyone experiencing tingling, numbness, or nerve-related discomfort. When nerves are less inflamed, they can transmit signals more clearly, reducing the static that creates those uncomfortable sensations. One of the greatest strengths of bone broth is its versatility. It can be sipped from a cup like tea, used as a base for soups, or poured over vegetables and grains to infuse them with extra nutrition. Because it's warm and soothing, it's easy to consume even for those with reduced appetite or digestive challenges. In fact, bone broth's gelatin content supports gut health by strengthening the intestinal lining, allowing for better nutrient absorption from all the foods you eat. And here's an often overlooked point. The benefits of bone broth don't require massive amounts. Even a small cup a day can make a difference, especially when consumed consistently. Collagen restoration is a gradual process, and bone broth delivers that steady drip of nutrients your body needs to keep rebuilding. For those concerned about time, bone broth doesn't require standing over a stove all day. It can be made in large batches and stored in the fridge or freezer, ready to heat up whenever needed. Many high-quality, ready-to-drink options are also available, but nothing compares to the richness of broth made from real bones, whether beef, chicken, turkey, or fish, simmered slowly to release every bit of goodness. Modern diets often miss out on the benefits of whole animal nutrition. By avoiding bones, skin, and connective tissues, we've unknowingly cut off one of the most direct sources of collagen in nature. Bone broth brings it back, offering an easy, almost effortless way to reintroduce these essential nutrients into daily life. Drinking bone broth isn't just about meeting a nutritional quota, it's about giving the body exactly what it needs to restore its structural integrity. Imagine the cushioning between your joints being slowly replenished. Imagine tendons regaining their firmness, ligaments tightening their grip, and the protective layers around your nerves becoming whole again. That's the kind of quiet, powerful work bone broth supports. For someone battling tingling hands, weak legs, or joint instability, adding bone broth to the daily routine can be the turning point, the moment the decline slows and the rebuilding begins. It's more than a snack. It's a daily act of reinforcement, a reminder that the body is designed to heal when given the right tools. 1 cup, once a day. That's all it takes to begin strengthening the foundation from the inside out. It's a tradition worth reviving, not because it's trendy, but because it works. Bone broth is proof that sometimes the oldest remedies are the most powerful, and that in the fight against weakness and instability, the simplest solutions can have the most lasting impact. And once the warmth of bone broth becomes a familiar daily comfort, the next step is to layer in another snack that works hand in hand, with collagen to calm nerve irritation, reduce inflammation, and keep muscles steady, a pairing that blends richness, creaminess, and deep restoration in every spoonful. Strength isn't only built in the joints, muscles, or bones. It begins in the smallest places, at the cellular level, where nutrients fuel the processes that repair and maintain the body. That's where the combination of Greek yogurt and chia seeds becomes more than just a snack. It becomes a powerful collagen-supporting partnership that delivers exactly what the body needs to restore stability, reduce nerve irritation, and keep weakness from taking hold. Greek yogurt is more than a creamy indulgence. It's a concentrated source of high-quality protein, including amino acids that are essential for collagen production. While it doesn't contain collagen directly, it delivers the raw materials, especially proline and lysine, that the body uses to assemble its own collagen fibers. This means that every spoonful is helping to replenish the building blocks that keep joints cushioned, tendons resilient, and skin supple. One of Greek yogurt's greatest strengths lies in its nutrient density. It's rich in calcium, which is crucial for strong bones, and it provides vitamin B12, which supports nerve health and function. B12 deficiency is often overlooked, yet it can be a hidden cause of tingling or weakness in the extremities. By supplying both the protein to build collagen and the nutrients to support nerve integrity, Greek yogurt addresses two critical needs at once.